It's your boy Lil Ju made the beat, man. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Ju made it. Yada 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 yada.
All right, so we got Lil Ju made the beat off the porch with us today.
Going down, man.
How you feeling today, bro?
Cooler, man. We smoking gas. Got my niggas with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, man. Why don't you introduce who's sitting behind you today, man?
got my artist right here. This is One Money AZ. Going crazy right now. This is one of my producers. C-Lot Beats. Going crazy. Boom Squad. You know what I'm saying? The Boom Squad chain. You know
Okay.
What I'm saying? So, got my whole collective going right now. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, make shit happen.
Yeah. You know.
You already said it. I didn't already.
Nah, man, you know, now that you're in a better position, it's time to put your peoples on, man.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I salute you for that, man.
Appreciate it.
So what have you been working on here in Atlanta, man? I know you've been out here for a few days now.
It was my birthday last week. So
Okay.
Came out here and like with the whole gang, got a couple of Airbnbs, you know what I'm saying? Been working, going to studios, sessions, working with artists and shit. So
Yeah, I feel that.
just trying to get it.
Yeah. How does this compare to working back at home?
Well, I moved to LA. So,
You're in LA now?
Yeah, I live
Okay.
in LA now. So it's kind of the same, but
Yeah.
it's really different because you can get a studio in LA like that, you know what I'm saying? But out here, it's like every single studio is booked up, every single one. So it's like, we got the studio, but it's for Thursday at 7 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? And it's Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Other than that, it's cool though. I like it.
Okay.
I like cooking up with all the producers and stuff, so
Yeah,
I like it.
I feel that, man.
I kind of want to move out here too. Like, I
mean-
want a basement. I never had a basement before. Like I've been telling my managers that like I want to move here strictly for a basement.
Just to have a basement?
Just to have a basement.
Yeah. All right, so how long you been making beats and what kind of inspired you to start at first, man?
So I've been making beats since 2008. I remember like it was yesterday. Carter 3 had just leaked. Like the full thing had just leaked. I pulled up to my partner Josh's crib. We listening to the Carter 3 leak on YouTube. It's going crazy. He's like, bro, my brother put this software on my computer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we fiddling around with it. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I ever seen in my life. Like, so I went home, downloaded it. That was June 2008. I don't remember the exact date, but that was June 2008. And then now we here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing an interview about this shit. So
Yeah.
it's going crazy.
So no overnight success for you.
Definitely not. And what really influenced me, like I've always been a musical person.
Yeah.
I used to tap dance when I was little, like on my Savion Glover, like the dude with the dreads. Like I loved dancing. I was in band in 5th and 6th and half of 7th grade. My band instructor didn't like me, so I got out of that. And I feel like, man, band wasn't gonna be cool when I get to high school. Let me get out of this before, you know what I'm saying, the girls. I ain't gonna get no girls being in band. You know what I'm saying? That was just my thought process back then. But in hindsight, I should have stayed in band because that would have helped me with my music way more. But I mean,
What instruments were you playing back then?
percussion. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So anything that you bang or hit, that's pretty much where I played. The triangle, the drums, the xylophone, the timpani, the chimes.
Oh, damn.
It was a lot of them. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's really what I'm using that ABC. You know what I'm saying? Just that basic stuff. That's what I've been using in my beats since, you know what I'm saying, I started. Luckily, I had that little knowledge and I just went full force into the beats. with
Yeah,
that.
I feel that, man. Who were some of the producers you were looking up to back then when you first started, man?
When I first started, Lex Luger was definitely like
He was just starting to pop too, yeah.
just starting to pop, so I was trying to make all my beats not necessarily sound like that, but I was for sure influenced by him. Like, how is this 808 hitting so hard? Like, how's the snare hitting so hard? I couldn't figure it out, but I eventually, like, over time, it took a long time, but I figured out how to do it. But it definitely took a long time because it wasn't like hella tutorials and stuff back then. When I first started making beats, it was like 2 of them on there.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? It's a million. You can learn how to make beats in a week now. Like, but back then, like, it was really trial and error. Like,
Okay.
blood, sweat, and tears went into me learning how to make these beats for real. Like,
So,
the house computer was in my little brother's room, and he had to go to sleep because he's like 6, 7 years younger than me. what I'm saying? So he got to go to sleep at like 9. So I'm sneaking back into his room when they sleep, putting my headphones on, like putting the towel by the door so the light won't shine out the room. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? I came from using the house, the keyboard only. You know what I'm saying? So I make beats now just using the keyboard and the mouse. Like I can use the MIDI, but I just use the, you know what I'm saying, the regular keyboard. Like come from that.
So really taught yourself, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I have to do your tag. Okay. And if the beat live, you know, little juice, baby.
Yeah, we going crazy, man. We going crazy.
She's been waiting all day to do that. All right, so how long did it kind of take for you to develop your own sound and kind of, you know, figure out, all right, this is the direction I want to go?
Okay, I say, like I said, I started making beats like 08, so that's when I was in 10th grade. So I could say probably when I got to college and I started smoking weed and like, I can, like, ain't nobody telling me what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm finna smoke weed to make beats. I'm not finna go to class. I'm not finna do none of that. Like, I'm just finna go smoke weed. So I'd have my headphones on, just like, you know what I'm saying? By now, I'd have figured it out. This is 3 years in past. I'd have figured it out. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just working with different artists around campus, you know what I'm saying? Trying to build it up. And then I want to say 2013, that's when I got my first placement with Gucci Mane.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was on his Gas Molly Lean when he dropped them 3 tapes in one day. I produced the one called With My Pistol. So I can say that was probably my first, because before that I was kind of like, I didn't already fucked up at school for this, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really happening for me. I'm broke, I work at Papa John's. You know what I'm saying? This ain't really happening for me. I was kind of discouraged, and then that happened. So I was like, this is what it was meant for me to do. Like, all my partners was at my crib the day that the song got sent back to me, and like, as soon as I heard Gucci voice, he was like, ay, ay, ay. That's the first thing he said on the song. Like, I started crying, everybody started like bum rushing me, you know what I'm saying? It was like I just like scored the game-winning 3, you know what I'm saying, in the basketball game. It was crazy. Like, it was a good feeling though, but it made me like go hard because it was like, this is what it was meant for me to do. Like, I've been working this long, and then finally like just a gleam of, you know what I'm saying, hope. And then, but nothing else happened after that for a long time. Like, I thought when that happened, like,
everyone's gonna be hitting me up for beats now.
Everybody's gonna hit me up, like, labels gonna be calling me, and like, is this Lil Ju made the beat? I'm gonna be like, yeah. And then it was like, we got a deal for you or whatever, and that never happened. But I figured eyes are on me because, you know what I'm saying, I at least got a placement, so now I'm gonna go harder. So if they are looking for me, I'm gonna have a million beats to get to them. And then by now, I just figured out my sound. I don't know how I figured it out, I just kept making beats, and then it's just how I make the beats. It's just my sound, you know what I'm saying? So I'm building it up. I ended up meeting June James, producer of Key to the Streets by Lil G. You know, y'all know June.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He was sitting right there not too long
ago.
ago.
He said, yeah, exactly. So met him, we started the Hit Cartel, and then it was just a gradual process, you know what I'm saying? Still nothing happened for a long time after that night. Not any real placements. And then we got one, 2 Chainz, I want to say, like late 2017.
Was that the OK Bitch?
Yeah, it was that one. I helped make that beat for sure. So then I met Megan. Like, I started being I guess you could say the in-house producer for 1501.
Okay.
But I never signed a 1501. So, you know what I'm saying? They signed Megan, and I just locked in with her. Like, literally, like, it was like the first day. The first song we made was, I want to say, Tina Montana on Tina Snow. Okay. And when I first heard her vocals on my beat, like, I damn near started crying because I'm like, it's what I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? This is finally like the artist that I've been, this is going, you know what I'm saying, take me to where it needs to be. Like, on the way home that night, I'm sitting in the car. I don't even listen to no music on the way home. Like, usually after my sessions, I don't listen to any music because I've been listening to music like nonstop. So I'm just sitting in the car driving. I'm like, I'm really like, it's really about to happen. Like, it took a little while after that, but I'm like, this is the, like I said, this is the artist that finally happened.
So you knew after that first song?
After the first song, after the first session, I'm like, this is definitely about to happen.
Yeah. So how did you end up working with 1501 at first? Did they discover you or?
Okay, so T. Ferris, that's Megan's manager. He was June's manager in like 2013, 2014. So like I said, I was always like little bro around June in Houston. So like any one of June's sessions, I'm gonna be there. I'm just in the back, you know what I'm saying? So T. Ferris and Carl started 1501 and June had moved here already. So like I said, I was always a little broke, but I go just as hard. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's finally my turn. Like he gone, so it's my turn to like turn up. And I definitely, you know what I'm saying, took advantage of that opportunity. That was like, we gonna start this 1501. And I'm like, I'm down, let's do it.
I'm ready to work,
You know what I'm saying? So I made beats for all the artists in 1501. And they had like a good like 10 artists before Megan. 10 might be a stretch, it might have been like 8, but they definitely had some artists before Megan. I pretty much like produced like half of all their mixtapes.
Yeah.
So then Megan came and nothing had changed. Like I produced half of Tina Snow, half of Fever, you know what I'm saying? So it was just gradual baby steps, you know what I'm saying, up to this point.
Yeah. Do you engineer also?
I never learned how to engineer. I was
Really?
always like, you can't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You got to master something. So I just like went tunnel vision, like, but a line, like with the beats. Like literally, like I wasn't like doing anything else. I thought about, like I went to school for engineering for like a semester, but that really more so helped me mix my beats than it did engineering, because I never got like actually onto the Pro Tools software. We was just at the book for the first semester, so I ended up dropping out after that.
Yeah. So talk to us about creating Big Ole Freak, man.
Okay, so Big Ole Freak, I definitely made Big Ole Freak. I want to say I made that in my apartment 2016. I made that beat way before I met Megan. That was like an old beat. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like our first session, I gave her that beat, but our first session was like November 2017. So I made that beat probably like April or March 2016. So
wow.
I played all my 2017 beats for her. So in the 2016 pack, I played that beat for her first. Cause I used to download my beats to my phone and drive around like listening to them. And I don't do that often, but for the ones that were like super, super, super hard, I would do that. And I would always listen to the Big Ole Freak beat. I never knew who was gonna get on that beat. But then when we had that first session, I just like played that beat for her. She was like, yeah. So I just put it in the packet of like the 10 to 15 beats I made, like packet that I made for her after we was listening to beats. And then she made Big Ole Freak. Like, it was crazy. Like, but also when we made that mixtape, we didn't know what the single was. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we just put out the 10 songs and they were trying to push Cocky as Fuck as a single. I didn't make Cocky as Fuck. They were trying to push Cocky as Fuck as a single. And then after the mixtape dropped, everybody just like gradually like started going towards Big Ole Freak. And T. Ferris said it was Big Ole Freak because it was a sample in it. And that was literally gonna be the reason. And I was like, sure
That was
enough,
the reason.
That was the reason.
Did you think it was going to be the hit before you guys dropped it?
It was a good song. I didn't know, maybe I don't know what a hit is. I feel like producers, we kind of know, but we really don't know what a hit is. The people know what a hit is, you know what I'm saying? Because we could think something's hit and it's not, and we could think something's not a hit and people think it's a hit song. I thought it was a good song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, and Megan will tell you to this day, because we was talking one day when we was making Fever, I was like, before Big Ole Freak like started coming on the radio, I was like, which one of these songs is a hit? You know what I'm saying? On some jokey shit, like trying to like really like make her go harder for the next shit, but she always says that. She was like, I thought you said there wasn't no hits over here. But Big Ole Freak is the one that for her first song to get on the chart, so
Yeah.
she'll tell me that shit to this day. Like, I wish I never said that. Like,
So what was it like watching that one take off? You know, at this point, you've been in the game producing over, what, 10 years?
yeah.
And now you're getting your breakthrough, man.
Like, it was finally the one. So at first, it was cool, but my mama was still like on my ass like, yeah, you got a song on the radio, but, cause I still have a bank account, a college bank account. I done been dropped out of college like I got like 4 bank accounts, but I still have that one personal account that's a college account that's connected to my mama account. So she can still see like my transactions, you know what I'm saying? So since everything they took out, I already got more bank accounts. She can't see what's going on no more, but I still have that account. So she was like, yeah, you got a song on the radio, but you still broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't making no money. And I was like, you're right, mama, but it's gonna come. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing the role, you know what I'm saying? Making it do what it do. I'm gonna keep making music with her, and then eventually it's gonna come. So Big Ole Freak is taking off. She's doing hella shows every weekend. At first, it was like 1 show a week. Then it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Then it was like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it was like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then it was like every day. I literally, because I was there for all of it. I watched all of it, bro. Like, I was literally there. She was driving my car around. And she was living with me when we made Fever.
Yeah.
Like, she was literally living in my house when we made Fever. So she was driving my car. Like, a couple of those freestyles is in front of my car. That's my Camaro.
Really?
Like, the gray car, that's my Camaro. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. Like, I literally watched everything happen. Like, and it was just amazing. And then right before Fever came out, that's when I finally got that call that I was talking about in 2013 with Gucci. One of the publishing companies, they called me and they was like, I don't know how they got my number either. It was random. I'm like, it was a Los Angeles number, and I just answered it, and it was like, this Julian Mason? And I was like, yeah. They was like, we got a deal for you. We're gonna fly you out. So they flew me out. It didn't end up working out because they super low number. I'm like, hey, y'all crazy? Like, I'm a country bumpkin from Texas, but I'm not a country bumpkin from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that. Like, I make that amount on my own, like selling beats on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am. So Fever comes out, Cash Shit takes off. So now I go from being number 67 on the Billboard with Big Ole Freak to like number 36. Man, the Cash Shit takes over the summer 2019. Now it's a bidding war for the publishing companies, like, who gonna sign me first? Who gonna sign me first? So now they went from that low number to a medium number, and then it's still like going crazy. So I'm kind of like milking it. I ain't gonna lie. I go with a lot of sessions with like all the publishing companies, and then I'm going in the sessions like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Coming out with like faces and, you know what I'm saying, with their producers and just like turning up. So I turned the deal from that little amount to literally the ticket. Me and my manager sitting over here, literally the ticket in like 60 days. Like the summer 2019, like they was trying to offer me nothing and I turned it into something for sure. So
salute to you for knowing your worth and not jumping at the first off, because you hear that a lot of times. So like, oh shit, man, it's better than what I got now. I might as well jump on it.
And I was telling them like, I'm tired of being broke. But also, we had got an advance for BMI for Big Ole Freak. We ended up in the BMI office, and they gave me that's really what held me over from signing with Sony, because that's not who I ended up signing with, Sony ATV. It's Sony Music Publishing now. Okay. When I signed with them, it was Sony ATV. So that advance from BMI really held us over that summer. So I ended up going to LA for like a month. One of my managers knew somebody out there with Airbnb, so we just like paid them to stay there for the whole month, like paid their rent for the whole month. So then we just turned it, like I said, from nothing to something in a month, with 2 months.
Yeah. So what was it like creating Cash Shit, and did you know that DaBaby was going to be on it?
Okay, so Cash Shit, I remember I was at 1501. I feel like Megan, like I said, Megan was living with me, so she was probably in my house this day, and I was at the studio, and she called me and she was like, I want a beat with no melody. I'm like, all right, bet. So I cooked up Cash Shit. Cash Shit is literally like a 5-10 minute beat. I cooked that shit up, sent it to her. Cash Shit originally had 3 verses on it.
Oh, really?
So when we're compiling the tracks for Fever, Cash Shit was always going, but then she ended up doing a verse for verse with DaBaby. And then we going through it, and we was like, what song would DaBaby fit on here of these songs that we already got? And then he was like, shit, Cash Shit.
Yeah, perfect match for him.
Perfect match. We put him on there. He sent it back. And I knew, like, as soon as the shit come out, like, this is the height of DaBaby.
Yep. It's like the two hottest artists.
The two hottest artists right now. As soon as like when she revealed the track list, I remember everybody was like, "Oh, we listen to that song first. We listen to that song first." So as soon as it came out, everybody like catch it. So you go on Apple Music, they got the star next to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what helped me, like that going up on the charts and just going crazy on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what helped me like get the leverage to tell them folks what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So at first they were trying to offer me something, then we got to the point where I was like, "Nah, I want this, and I want this. And part of my deal was getting verified. I'm like, I'm not signing any y'all.
That was part of, you put that in there?
Yes. I'm like, y'all gotta get me verified. So the day I signed the deal, it might have been the next day. We calling, bro, like, "Hey, what's up? Well, my check in." He was like, "Check your page in like 2 hours." Checked it, I'm verified. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And I just recently got verified on Twitter too. Shout out Twitter.
There you go.
And they gave me my old page back too.
Oh, for
because they got suspended.
Why did it get suspended?
I was arguing with a troll in like 2016. I probably said something that I shouldn't have said, but it wasn't worse than things people are getting like suspended for a couple of days now. I promise it wasn't. But they just like suspended my whole account. So
shit.
I ain't gonna say they gave it back, but they gave me my old name back. My old name back for the longest. It was LLL Jew Made the Beat. But my original account was Lil Jew Made the Beat, but they gave me that back. But I think they gave me that back because you can't like verify LLL Jew Made the Beat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Because it's not your actual name.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
But they kept all the old tweets. I'm glad too, because who knows what I was saying in 2010, in 2011. Like, I was a different person in college, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad those tweets are going forever.
Don't dig those up.
No, they're going forever. Now we only got the tweets that I tweeted since 2016 and that. Yeah. So I knew like this was gonna happen for me, so I ain't saying nothing too outlandish on this Twitter, but I'm glad though that them old tweets are gone.
The cancel culture is real though,
yeah,
man.
because they would have got me out of here when the whole tour situation happened. They was trying to like cancel me bringing up old tweets, but they weren't that bad though. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
All right, so now we got Body going gold in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, crazy. So like,
what'd you think when you first heard that song, man? It's so catchy. Kind of
like I knew as soon as she sent it back to me, I'm like, this is. Look, we was in quarantine. I'm like, man, if we wasn't in quarantine, the girls be twerking it so hard. Like as soon as she sent it back to me, I'm like, this is gonna be the one. I ain't even heard none of the other songs for the album, but I'm like, this the one. It don't matter. I produced it. I be cocky like that, but you know what I'm saying? Me and her got that relationship. You know, I'm like, this the one. I only got 2 on the album, but I'm like, this the one. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. This the one. But she had called me and like, I want a beat with porn sounds, like orgasm sounds. I literally went to YouTube, typed in orgasm sounds, literally, and went to and downloaded that shit and made a beat out of it. Like literally, it was that simple. And then send it to her, and then usually Megan real picky with my beats, but this particular beat, I sent her Body, it with no changes to it. Exactly how you hear Body is how I sent it to her the first time.
Oh, really?
Yes, and she called me. She don't be getting super excited, but she called me as soon as I sent it to her, like, "Oh my fucking God, this is the one right here." She ended up doing it. She didn't do the song that day, but when she sent me the song back, I knew it was one. But I'm like, damn, if we wasn't in quarantine, this would go crazy. But luckily TikTok, you know what I'm saying, made it do what it do anyway. Still went crazy anyway.
Dope. And #1 on Billboard producer list.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction when you saw that?
Man, that shit, that's the kind of shit I work for, you know what I'm saying? Like, blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I've been doing this shit for a long time, like we already said, but you know what I'm saying? It feels good to get the accolades for stuff, because I know this is like a once in a lifetime. Not even a once in a lifetime, because there's plenty of producers out here who never get this chance. And it's not, I used to think that it was about who went the hardest, but it's not. Like, it's like who networks the best and who's willing to grind for it the longest. Like, I know I'm not the hardest producer, but I'm also the hardest producer. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So I knew, like, if I just stayed down and keep doing it, someone's gonna shake, and then like that just further lets me know that this was what I was supposed to do. Like I'm #1 on the producer list. You know what I'm saying? And that's just an incredible feeling. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, can't get higher than #1, man.
can't go higher than #1. Can't go higher than #1.
All right, so how did you get these producer tags? Let's start with that first one you had that was literally just like a chopped and screwed.
Okay, so that first one, I used when I first came to college, I was just like that nigga that make beats. Like I didn't have a producer name, I was just Jew that make beats. You know what I'm saying? So my boy 100, that's also one of my producers in Boom Squad. He was the first one to rap on my beat for real. Like other than like my partners back at home, because this was in college, you know what I'm saying? So other than my partners back at home, we just like freestyling and shit. He was the first one to actually rap on my beat. So I remember I go to his dorm and he had Pro Tools and shit in there. So one day I told him, I'm like, bro, I need a beat tag. And he literally sent me like 5 beat tags. He named me. He pretty much named me.
He's the one that came up with it?
Yeah, like he didn't come up with Lil Ju made the beat, but he made the tag, and then I was just like, shit, I'm gonna just run with that. Like that's my name now. You know what I'm saying? So he just sent me them tags, and I was the favorite one out of the 5 that he sent. So I just started putting that on every beat, and then my boy Franchise sitting over here. I had another one that was like, Lil Ju made the beat, and then he told me, he was like, bro, when you put that, Lil Ju make this beat. When you put that in beats, bro, it's something different. Like your beat turn up different when you put that tag in beat. So I was using that other one, but then I just started going full-fledged with that one.
Yeah.
But then with Megan's tag, that's in Run It Up Freestyle, one of the songs on Fever. And we made that song probably like 2019. I remember when she first said the bar in the studio, I told my boy Kid Silver, that was the engineer at 1501 at the time. I was like, bro, as soon as this session over, like as soon as she done recording, cut that out and send me that. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
knew that was your tag.
I knew that was my tag, but I didn't start using it until after the mixtape came out. Because I'm like, ain't nobody gonna know where this came from yet until they hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then after the mixtape came out, after we dropped Fever, then that's when and that's also why it's not on Cash Sheet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't, the first song with that tag on there is Captain Hook.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first one with the tag on there, but any beat I made after Fever, like in 2019, I was putting that tag on there. So it just went crazy, man. People like tweet me that all day, every day. Like if you go search that on Twitter right now, it's literally a million tweets. Like literally, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I'm really like.
You saw she just jumped up here just to say it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's literally like a million, 200 letters.
Yeah.
2 letters.
So do you prefer to cook up with the artist present or just kind of have your beats ready when you get in the studio with them?
Both. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like sending beats, but I will. I really don't like sending beats, so I want to be in the artist be in the studio with the artist because you never know what vibe they on.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, us producers, we gonna send what we think they own, not necessarily what they own. Like we gonna send them something I can hear them on. You know what I'm saying? Versus what they really own. They might be sad today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending them hella happy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So in the studio, I can play every beat on my computer, and they like, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I made a pack, and then I'm finna send that to the engineer, and then you go rap. You know what I'm saying? So, or I'll cook up in person. I really like cooking up in person because there's something about being put on the spot. I just like that. Like I like cooking up in front of people because I don't know. It's just like when you play basketball in front of a crowd versus playing just, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of build off everyone's energy.
Exactly.
That's in there too.
If niggas is freestyling behind me, I know it's going hard. If they not, that means I need to change it up.
Switch it up somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So are you very hands-on when a rapper's rapping over your beats too and you in the studio?
For sure. I'm in the engineer's ear, telling him how to do this, that, and the other. Pushing the talk button, talking to the artist, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a real producer.
Yeah.
I'm not just a beat maker, you know what I'm saying? I have the vision of how I want the song. Not every single time, because sometimes, like I gotta feel the artist out first too. You can't do that every time on the first encounter with the artist, because not all artists like
are open taking those suggestions.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really more so with the artists that I have gotten more comfortable with. Like I don't go in the first session with artists like being bossy and shit, but I'll for sure tell the engineer something first session, but not the artist though.
I feel you, man. All right, so who have you been working with lately, man? You know, you just had the 2 Chainz intro.
2 Chainz intro for sure. Yeah, it went crazy. I've been working with a lot of writers.
Okay.
Cause I live in LA now, so I got one with somebody I got 2 of them with somebody I can't say right now, but if they come out, it might be time to re-sign. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
you gotta
like
renegotiate.
That. Yeah, it's time to renegotiate. Like it's them 2 for sure. Who we been working with?
What about producer-wise? Who you been cooking?
Oh, all the producers, like
all of them.
Yeah, all the producers, like you know. We went crazy with Sada Baby, like
okay, he's about to drop
8, 9, 10 songs, 11, really like 15. You know what I'm saying? Me and him went crazy with Sada Baby. Who else we been working with? We got in with Kamaya. Who else we been getting in with? A lot of upcoming like people that just got verified, that just got signed. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with DCG. They going crazy right now. Young artists out of Chicago. Heavy Steppers, they going crazy right now. My boy Trap Boy Freddy out of Dallas.
Okay.
He going crazy, you know what I'm saying? We working on some shit. His new shit finna drop.
Yep.
You know me and 2 Chainz locked in for sure. He never know when he gonna drop something new, but me and bro working. Chip, he going crazy. His shit finna drop. We got something on there.
Okay.
I be forgetting, bro. We be doing so much.
You do so much, yeah. It's easy to forget.
Forgetting. That's why we having to ask them, like, who all we been work with? NLE Chopper. OT, Genesis.
That'd be hard right there.
Yeah, I got hella shit with OT. No, Megan, always, like, we working on, you know what I'm saying? Always working on her next shit. Yeah. I'm trying to think, because it's them 2 that I can't say. Those be the 2 on
like,
my brain all the time. I can't say it, though, but it's them 2 that's always on the front of my brain. But, yeah, if I think of some more, I'm gonna say them. All
right.
We're going crazy. I'm going crazy, I'm telling you.
So what's your creative process like these days?
I'm still like how it always been. Like wake up in the morning, make beats. Roll up, make beats. Like that's it. Like get on live, make beats. Like ain't nothing changed. Like I be acting like ain't nothing changed. Pardon me, I be stacking broke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that.
How much time do you normally spend on one beat?
It just depends on the vibe, the beat. Might be 5 minutes, might be an hour, might be 30 minutes, might be 2 hours. Just depends. Might close it, come back to it the next day with a whole different idea for it. But you know what I'm saying? I could say on average, like 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Okay. All right. So what else, man? I mean, that's a lot you working on. Anything else we didn't touch on?
I want to say something. My boy One, me and him working on a crazy tape right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My boy coming out of Dallas. I'm from Dallas too. Like I said, I got Boom Squad. That's my production group. My boy Franchise sitting over here. My boy Prolific Beats. Remy on the beat. Wahan, Hip Mob. Who else? Who for you? Who? Yeah, I already said. Did I say it? Yeah, Chainz coming. I got Chainz for the game. You know what I'm saying? So, shit just going crazy, man. I'm out here working, trying to get to it, trying to be the one.
Yeah.
Trying to be the one, and trying to make generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Trying to open the studio, all that type of shit. So, just trying to go crazy.